Every time a service business misses a call, that's a potential job gone. And most miss a lot of calls because they just don't have anyone available to pick up. Smart agencies have recognized this massive opportunity and are now offering these businesses 24/7 AI receptionists that answer instantly and book qualified appointments for them. And in this video, I'll show you how you can easily build this yourself and package it as a high value recurring revenue service for any business that relies on inbound calls. To build this properly, you need a platform that can handle voice, booking, knowledge, automations, and client management all in one place. And that's where Conduit comes in. If you run an agency, Conduit gives you unlimited client sub-accounts at no extra cost. This means you can create a separate workspace for each client where they only have access to their own AI agents and automations. Meanwhile, you can switch between each client account from a single master dashboard. You can even fully white label the platform so your clients see your branding and your colors when they log in, which allows you to position this as your own AI receptionist technology and service. And before we jump into the build, one thing to note is that Conduit is normally $500 a month, which is a pretty significant investment if you're just getting started. But because I partnered with them for this video, they're giving my viewers an insane 85% lifetime discount on the growth plan, along with a 7-day free trial. So check the link in the description to activate your exclusive offer. And once you sign up, you'll be taken to your Conduit dashboard. And the first thing you're going to want to do is make a sub account for each of your customers. So it's really easy to do. Just click on the icon here and just go to add. And then let's say our customer is a hotel. So it's Best Stays. And you can actually choose a template to get started faster, which will pre-configure your workplace with a pre-built chat agent that's appropriate. So you can see that there's some options here in terms of customer support, receptionist, booker, or you can go by industry. So as ours is a hotel, I'll go with that. And then it sets that up for you. And then we can see that it made this hotel agent for us, and we can actually switch between all our clients easily like this. Now let's set up your AI agents. Before we do that though, you're going to want to create your knowledge base, which is basically the way you'll be training these AI agents. And this way, all the agents you make or ones you specify will have access to knowledge that'll be more global. So this is basically how you'll be training your AI agents on everything they need to know to handle your customers' calls and chats. And so they'll have everything they need to know about all their procedures and what their business does and everything. So you can see here that, let's say this was for an HVAC company. I filled in a bio here, and there's a few different ways to get the information in here really easily. The first way is you can just add a file. So you can just upload any file and it'll start analyzing it, and it'll just add all that to the bio and train itself. And the next way is you can just add a link. So say I just add my website as an example, and it'll just scrape it, and you can choose all the pages that are relevant. So maybe you go with the about page or services or whatever, and then you would just let it scrape all those pages and it'll just train itself on the website. So basically all you need to do is pop in your customer's website and get all of their relevant documentation, their support documentation, their services, their products, any procedures they have, and just dump it in here and the AI will train itself. And of course, you'll also be able to give some specific instructions to each of your agents on top of the general knowledge they now have. And to do that, let's head over to the Agent Hub and create our first agent. So let's start with a voice agent. And to create a voice agent, of course, you need a phone number, which is what people are going to call. So you can get a US number or international number or port an existing number easily. Once your agent is created and you get your number, now you can configure your agent. So you can customize their welcome message, all their instructions for what they're going to do. So this is on top of the general knowledge. So you can see this agent's job is to handle bookings, rescheduling, service questions, and basic pricing guidance. This example I'm giving is if this was for a barbershop or a hair salon, and later we'll call it and you'll see how it all works, but I'm just explaining the setup, and so you see you have their hours and everything it can do. So be really detailed here and explicit about how you want this agent to act. Next, you'll see under the tools section that it has access to a lot of different tools already. So it can search the internet, it can give directions. Of course, it can book appointments, reschedule appointments, cancel them, and do so much more. And you can even add custom tools if there are specific tools and systems your clients use that you need to plug into. But out of the box, it can do quite a bit. In settings is where you'll fine tune the voice you want, and if you want some background ambience and how they kind of speak, you can play around with this to get it to your liking. And then finally, you can actually also have an escalation path. So if there are some questions your agent can't answer, or if you want specific types of questions or procedures where you want it to escalate to a human, it can actually transfer that to one of your customer's live agents. And it can even do a warm transfer where it explains what happened. So that's something you can set up, and you can set up all the conditions for that. But for now, I'm going to keep it simple and keep that off. Now we're going to test our agent in a moment, but because this agent is going to be able to book appointments, of course we want it to be able to send those booking confirmations. So the way that's handled in Conduit is workflows. So workflows allow your agents to do additional things. So as a simple example here, I've created a workflow when a call is completed. So when the agent finishes the call, it's going to get all the information from the call, and then it's going to actually send a message via SMS to the person who made the appointment, just confirming it. And now, of course, you can choose other channels like email or any other channel that you've set up. I'm actually going to give you this entire workflow that you can just import. So check the link in the description for that. To use it within Conduit, go to Workflows, go to Create, and go to Import from Link, and just paste in the link you're going to grab from the description. And then it's just going to bring it up right away. Okay, now that we've finished the workflow that lets our AI agents send those confirmations, let's test it. Go to Agent Hub, Agents, Voice Agents, and we have our agent right here we set up. Now you can actually test your agent right here. You can call right within Conduit and start talking to it. And this way you can play around with it, and you can keep fine tuning the instructions and kind of testing, giving it different responses to make sure that it's able to handle all the most common inquiries your customers might give you. And if you find it gets stuck, then you can of course add more information in the knowledge base, give it additional instructions. So of course, just like training a human receptionist, you're going to want to do this a few times and really fine tune it for your clients. But for the sake of time, I've already done that. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to call our agent Emma live. So this way you'll be able to see how it actually works. So you'll see this is her number right here, and I'm going to call it.
Hi, you've reached Tommy Guns. This is Emma speaking. How can I help you today?
Hi, I'd like to make an appointment.
Are you calling to book an appointment, check an appointment, or something else?
Book an appointment.
Got it. What service are you looking for today? For example, men's haircut, women's haircut, kids cut, skin fade, beard trim, shampoo plus style, wash plus blowout, buzz cut, razor shave, hair coloring, root touch-up, highlights, balayage, bleach plus tone, color correction, conditioning treatment, hot towel service, bridal or event styling, or a consultation.
Wow, that's a lot, but I'll just go with a simple men's haircut.
Thank you. Can I get your full name, please?
Sure, it's Mike Brown.
Thanks, Mike. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
It's 510-662-6345.
Perfect, thank you. Do you have an email address for appointment confirmation?
Yes, it's mike123@solopreneur.com.
Great, thank you. Is this your first time at Tommy Guns, or have you had a men's haircut here before?
It's my first time.
Awesome. Welcome to Tommy Guns, Mike. When would you like to come in for your men's haircut? Do mornings or afternoons work better for you, or is there a specific day this week that works best?
What about tomorrow morning?
We have morning slots available tomorrow. Would you prefer 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 10 a.m., or 11 a.m. for your men's haircut?
Let's do 10 a.m.
Perfect. I'll save that for you. Men's haircut appointment tomorrow at 10 a.m. You'll receive an appointment reminder before your visit, and your stylist will update you if anything changes. Would you like to add a wash and style or a conditioning treatment to your appointment?
No, I'm okay.
All right, you're all set, Mike. You'll receive your confirmation shortly. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Nope, that's good.
Sending confirmation message to Mike Brown.
So, and then she's just gonna get on with it. And so you saw right there, she did it. And actually, if we head over to Conduit, we can actually see the appointment that she made. And if we look on our phone, we can see that we got a text confirming our appointment at Tommy Guns at 10 a.m. And if we head over to our calendar, we can see Mike's appointment right here. Now I could also just call back and ask the receptionist to cancel the appointment or reschedule it, and it would just go through the same process. In fact, you can even set it up so that you could text them back and tell them to cancel or reschedule and have the receptionist take over with text in addition to phone. And the reason for that is because Conduit also has text-based AI agents. So if we go back to agents, go to chat agents, you can see I've made a number here, and they essentially work the same way. You give them custom instructions just like you did with your voice agent. You give them any guardrails that you want them to follow. They have access to all the same tools, and you can also create escalation paths if needed. And while of course voice agents are deployed when you call the number, you have a few different options with the text agents. So if we go back to agents and we go to chat agents, you can see that I've made a number here, and they work pretty much the exact same as the voice agents. You customize them, you give them instructions, you can set up any guardrails if you want them not to do certain things, and they have access to all the same tools and any custom tools you set up. You can set up their working hours and set a few more preferences here. And you can also create escalation paths for inquiries that you want to triage to someone else on your customer's team. With the text agent, you can actually deploy them on SMS, email, WhatsApp, any integrations you add like Slack, like messaging bots. So anything that they use already that you can plug into, it can integrate with a webhook. And as well, of course, you can put it on your website as a typical chat agent. So Conduit lets you easily create a chat agent, and you just grab your embed code and throw it on your website, and it'll be live right there. And to hook up your chat agent to any of those front-end experiences where the chat's actually happening, then you can just use the workflows like I showed in the voice example to hook each of your channels up to the chat agent. So that's how you build a fully automated AI receptionist that answers calls, books appointments, and handles the full conversation for your clients. And this solves a real problem. This year alone, I hired an arborist to cut down trees in my backyard, an animal removal expert to get some raccoons out of my attic, and another company to fix my gutters. It's been an expensive year, let me tell you. The way I found these businesses is basically the same way pretty much everyone else does. I did a quick Google search and just started going down the list of results, calling the numbers in order. I called multiple companies for each job, and the sad part is most never answered. Some called or texted back a few hours later, and a few even called back days later. By then, I'd already booked someone else. And that's the reality with these kinds of businesses. Whoever answers first usually wins the job. The problem is most service businesses are just not big enough or busy enough to hire a full-time receptionist. So the owner is the one answering the phone while they're on a roof, working on a toilet, or up on a ladder somewhere, or just driving between jobs. They're juggling the work and the calls at the same time, and that's why they miss so many opportunities. And look, these AI receptionists you're making aren't perfect. Of course, it's not as good as a full-time human receptionist, but for these companies, it's way better than the alternative, which is nobody answering at all or someone calling back days later once the job is already gone. Even if the AI books half as many appointments as a human receptionist, those are bookings the business would have never had. And the best part is it costs a tiny fraction of what it would cost to hire someone full-time. Conduit can handle way more than the simple receptionist I showed here. Once you build this for a client, you can start layering in real operational automations. You can build workflows for work orders, maintenance requests, follow-ups, and any customer service or admin work that owners or office staff spend hours doing. The crazy part is this wasn't even possible a year or two ago. This is why smart agencies are jumping on this opportunity and starting to use AI to handle these tasks and selling them as recurring revenue services. If you want to try Conduit for yourself, check the link below to activate your exclusive 85% lifetime discount and get a 7-day free trial. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more automation content just like this one. Speaking of which, if you want to know how to easily sell Instagram automations to local businesses, check out this video right here. I'll see you in there.